Imagine life in the country, and this is probably what you see. Yet this attractive picture of Derbyshire's High Peak conceals an uncomfortable reality. You'll find pockets of deprivation here every bit as serious as any inner city housing estate. Gamesley, originally Manchester Overspill housing on the edge of Glossop, suffers from 3 generations of poverty and neglect. Manchester may be some miles away over the hill, but unemployment and lack of opportunity have bred crime, drug dependence and health problems that rival its big city neighbour. Yet most government funding bypasses rural Britain, which in parts has become a forgotten wasteland of social problems.
Leon, Jared, get your knees up here, I want you to hit every rung. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hey, that's tremendous.
But Gamesley Villa Football Club has become a beacon of hope on this rundown estate.
And tremendous. Excellent. Right, back on the circuit now. Round the top now, boys. Right over the hurdles now.
Head coach Peter Aldred launched the club in 2003 to provide focus for bored youngsters. He works alongside ex-Blackburn Rovers pro Danny Jenkins.
It's had a big impact because it's the only place the kids can go. We run an after-school club, so we start with them right from school and we bring them through. I mean, we've got them now at 13, who we had when they were 7.
Because there isn't a lot for them to do up here. And what this is a fantastic club for them. You know, I mean, it really, really helps them out, gives them something to do, keeps them off the streets.
It's a great club, and then it's great to play for. The training's decent, the coaches are good, the team's great.
Right, so 10 each again, count them out, swap over till you've all had a go.
Discipline is strict. No smoking, no drinking, no drugs. It's not acceptable for members of Gamesley Villa, boys and girls, to behave badly at training, on the estate, or even in school.
You're not allowed to smoke because it lets your energy down, and then you can never run enough, and the manager can never get what he wants out of you.
No smoking, no drinking. Is that a problem?
No, I'm not going to when I'm older anyway.
We've had feedback off the school who've said the behaviour's improved with some of this, you know, the children who've been to us. They've been a bit rowdy, but I mean, they've settled down. And they know it. The thing isn't that they all love doing it, so they take that on board.
But Peter is the first to admit that they needed a little help. They can show their young players how to win 19 trophies in 7 years, but getting this inspiring project off the ground and running a small voluntary group requires know-how. The small group project of High Peak community and voluntary support came to their aid.
The funding application needs to be worked on for them about a month, and it can be with the lottery for up to 3 months.
The project helps organisations like Gamesley Villa, who have no paid workers and are marginalised by poverty and rural isolation.
Gamesley Villa, brilliant example of a fabulous group operating in one of the most deprived areas of the UK. They're engaged in getting kids more active, combating childhood obesity. For sure they're going to reduce crime in an area like Gamesley. They're just a fantastic example of a really important voluntary group in a deprived area.
The CVS have been absolutely brilliant with us, supporting us every bit of the way.
This support is crucial in rural areas like High Peak, where deprivation, often hidden, is made worse by lack of affordable housing and infrequent and expensive public transport. In isolated communities, High Peak CVS provides the glue, which holds together 350 voluntary groups. Research indicates that more than 3 million people in rural England live below the poverty line, overlooked and often ignored by government, the health service and local councils. CVS provides a strong voice for those who are heard, but perhaps not always listened to.
High Peak CVS, they've been brilliant, and without their arm, we'd have been struggling, because 2 lonely voices get nowhere, but when you've got an organisation behind it, it's a really big push for us, yeah. And they've been listened to. People are, you know, taking notice of them where they wouldn't take no notice of us.
Well done, well done, well done.
It's easy to underestimate the impact of CVSs and the role they play in supporting voluntary groups. But Gamesley Villa recognises it can't achieve its goals without High Peak CVS. And it knows exactly how the club has changed the lives of hundreds of disadvantaged children.
Excellent, boys, excellent, excellent.
They're just a brilliant football team. And I just thought, if I go for it, then I can achieve anything.
And turning lives around is the real trophy. A convincing win for committed volunteers.